One sec. Hi, YouTube. Today I have a call scheduled with a gentleman from Atlanta. He's a U.S. person, and he has his own clothing line that he does print on demand, and he sets it up, and has a lot of good insights. We have a really good conversation about really what it is to start a small business as a U.S. person, especially in e-commerce business, because usually we talk from the perspective of a non-resident. Please excuse my fuzzy camera. I have to get this fixed. But it's, like I said, it's a really good call. And before we get to the call, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you've never done that before. And without any further ado, let's get to the call.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up.
David, thank you so much for waiting for me. My mistake with the multiple meeting times.
That's how it gets when you're good.
Yeah, I stay busy, right? And that's when you take a 3 weeks of vacation off. Everyone, you back up calls and double book things. I'm actually going to put Zoom on my phone. Let's jump in this one. Contact.
You know, I just found your page last week, Friday.
Yeah?
Yep. And I've been on the internet like a hawk trying to find information. And then all of a sudden here comes like, I don't know. It's just, I guess it's.
You found too much, right? You found too much information. Let's just do it here. I don't want to make you wait any longer. Yeah, I've been glad you've been putting stuff out. Can you tell me like a little bit about you, like where you're from and what you're doing and stuff?
All right, cool. So my name is David. I'm from Jamaica originally. Live in Atlanta. And I always wanted to do clothing because like I always want to dress a certain way. And like, I can't find shirts, especially to match like my shoes and my jeans the way I wanted to match. So I started creating and saw like, but when I went to like creating, okay, how you gonna get the money to fund the business? So I was like, man, I can't buy so much raw material. So I do some research, find like a print on demand. I said, wow, this is great. So I start using print on demand. And then
print on demand is awesome because you can design your stuff and then they just send it to you the way you want it with the graphics. It's generic fits, right? But it's or do they have like some specific fits?
No, they have all type of fits.
Cool.
Especially the one that I use on Printful.
Okay.
And they're worldwide, so it doesn't matter where your customer is. They know how to do the shipping, calculate everything. So all you got to do is just focus on promoting your thing and come up with creative design that's eye-catching and people really like.
Interesting. Cool. Did you make like a brand or is it more like a
it's
style?
A brand.
Okay.
Just a brand. Mm-hmm. But I've been trying to expand out of just like clothing. So now I've teamed up with a wholesaler in China, and that's where like I'm confused now because it's not just print on demand anymore. So I have a few questions when it comes to having an LLC and how to properly, do business so you're not like in trouble with the IRS and stuff like that.
Okay, sure. Well, your situation is different than a lot of the other people on my channel because it sounds like you live in the United States, right?
Yeah.
Are you do you have a green card?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means you have to like file a regular income tax return, like a 1040, and like pay your taxes on your income in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed with your questions then.
Okay. So my first question, right? Like now that I'm gonna join basically a factory or a company that's not in America, right? Normally when you're buying wholesale, you use a reseller certificate, right?
So the reseller certificate's only for when you're buying wholesale from a U.S. company and they ask you for it. If you're buying from China, you don't need it really, unless they ask you for it. The concept is you need a reseller certificate so that person doesn't charge sales tax to you, but China's not going to charge you sales tax. So you don't really need a resale certificate.
All right. For instance, right? Because I want to do different business. I want to level up my business every time or every quarter. So I want to like wholesale my designs and like people like they don't know, because if you go on the internet, there's a lot of people, even though they're born here, like they still don't know the system, or they still like are clueless to how to get suppliers. Like, so I want to venture off because I see a lot of people taking advantage because they have a big following on social media.
Yeah.
They'll just like Google a few wholesalers, and then they're like, hey, I can give you the best wholesalers. And it's just like simple Google stuff that you can just find yourself, but they're just ripping people off. So like I would say, like, that's stupid. Like that's not good karma, because eventually things are gonna go bad or something is gonna happen. So I wanna like do my own thing too. I wanna sell my stuff wholesale. So like, say for instance, someone here in the US, right? They wanna buy my designs to create their own brand too, right? How would I know if their reseller certificate is good? And like, how does it really work? Is it like a card they show you, or
So,
how?
so if you're selling to someone in the United States, you have to collect sales tax on the sale. The only way you wouldn't collect sales tax is if they show you a resale certificate.
Mm-hmm.
If they give you a resale certificate, you will be able to look it up or call the state that issued the resale certificate to verify its authenticity.
Okay.
Every state would have its own way to do it, but there's definitely a way to verify that it's real from the state.
Okay. Because like I've never seen anyone use it. Like I trying to find like even like a tutorial, like what it looked like or how to present it to a wholesaler, but like nobody's, because like a lot of people, they just ask generic questions. They don't like go deep into like asking real questions. And like,
Yeah, most of the stuff, like I didn't do a lot of the videos and the resale certificates. I don't do a lot of it. I have Elizabeth help me out with that, and she's on a couple of the videos on the channel.
okay,
Actually got getting kind of popular, and um, people just need it from when they have U.S. suppliers. The only time you need
got it,
a whole resale certificate is when you're buying wholesale from a person in the U.S.
got it, makes sense. Okay, all right. Okay, so having two business accounts, right? I've learned that it's best to have two, where you have the main one where all your expenses are coming in and out. And then the second one is like where you take out a percentage of the profit and put away for tax season.
Sure, a savings account. Yeah, sure.
Okay. You said a savings account or a statement account?
It doesn't matter. I mean, traditionally, savings account would generate more interest, but right now there's not really any. It doesn't really matter. You can have like 5 checking accounts. It doesn't matter. There's a good book called Profit First that kind of explains your general business owner methodology for managing cash. It's really awesome book.
Okay. I'll write that down and look it up after this.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Put that aside. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's the best percentage to take out for taxes.
How much are you making?
Not enough.
Then then you could probably take out 20% and maybe give yourself a refund in tax season.
Hmm.
20% of your net.
20% of the net?
20%, 20% of the net would probably cover all your taxes.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. When it comes to putting money into your business, right? Is there any like benefits of doing that?
What do you mean?
Like your personal, because I work like still for other companies, right?
Sure,
So
it's your
I
side
put,
hustle. Yeah.
yeah, so I put away, a little money there to invest in my business. So like when putting that type of money in the business, is there any like incentives or penalties, or is there a specific way to put money in your business?
For a single member LLC, there's not any kind of way. All you
Okay.
need to do is track your income and your expenses, and you can manage it however you want, honestly. The only thing I want to say is that if you put money in your business and you don't make any money and you lose it, then you have a loss for tax purposes. It'll lower your income, your other earned income. So
Yeah.
then you'll probably get a refund from your day job.
Okay.
So even if you're losing money, especially if you're losing money, keep track of all the expenses so that you can file your taxes on time and get a refund.
All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Before we go any further with the questions, right?
Hmm.
How much do you guys charge to do taxes for e-commerce persons?
Well, like your situation is different than most of my clients. You have like a regular 1040 tax return. Like you live in Atlanta, you have a state and
Yeah.
federal and state tax return with a W-2 and probably Schedule C. Between $500 and $1,000 for a smaller return like that.
Okay. Good. Because I want somebody that understands the e-commerce space. So
Okay.
like, if I need them, like, because I have like a few friends that are like very influential on social media, and I'm planning to like incorporate them in the business to like do like affiliate marketing with me.
Sure, I feel doing Instagram, using Instagram influencers as marketing is great. Like that's a great way to do it. You just send them free stuff and have them post in their stories with a link on how to buy it, and then
Yeah,
it's a special link and they get a percentage of the sales. That's how they make money too.
exactly. Like, see, I spoke with a CPA before, and like they make me sound like I'm stupid, even though I'm not from here. This is like they didn't understand affiliate marketing. Is they just so that they don't get it.
No, I mean it's I understand that you probably like most of the CPAs and stuff you would call are pretty old and out of touch and traditional, but the it makes a lot of sense, right? They influence people, especially with clothing and brands and what's
Yeah,
cool to use an influencer for marketing, and
yeah,
especially with e-commerce, I really like it. It's cheap too. Influencers, most people, especially local, 10,000 followers, they'll do it for $20. You know, like
yeah,
people didn't care, and that's 10,000
exactly.
people, man. That's a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I'm telling you.
That's a great way to grow a business for sure.
And I have friends with over 500,000 followers.
Yeah, that's good. And then they have friends that have a lot of followers too. So people see it, they like it, then they contact you
Yeah,
too.
'cause one of my friends, she's like friends with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj like have the most followers aside the Kardashians, right?
Yeah, sure.
And
Yeah.
that's just like doing affiliate marketing with the same company. We became cool and exchange numbers and stuff like that. So
Well, like when you get to that level, like like Kim Kardashian charges like $500,000 for a story or whatever. So
yeah,
they realize the value of their influence. Most
yeah,
lower level influencers, 100,000 followers and less or whatever, don't realize the value of the influence and they undercharge for it, or they just don't have
yeah,
the opportunities. But
yeah,
I think you should definitely, it's a great gap in the market you can take advantage of for sure, and really stretch your advertising dollars.
yeah, for real. All right, let's go back to the questions before time run out. Let's see how much time we on already. 14. Okay, so with this new venture, right? How much would you recommend? Like, I pay myself like for the distribution payout.
You will pay tax on all your profits, whether or not you distribute it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do whatever you want. It's all your money. You can take it all out or you can leave it all. You're going to pay taxes on it anyways. So you can do whatever you want with it, just a regular LLC.
Okay. And I was reading on this website, right? It's called How to Start an LLC, and they were saying like if you take out a distribution, like say you make a profit of 6,000 for the year, and you take out say 1,000 for your distribution, you would pay. I think they say I must pay employment tax on it, or a FICA tax or something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
have to pay self-employment tax on all the profits, and that would be like 15%. That's the biggest tax. The only way around that is to use an S corporation, but S corporations have a lot more filing requirements, and generally they don't make sense until you're over like 25, 30, 40, 50,000 and up in profits because of the cost to maintain them, less the tax savings, and to do
Yeah,
it
that's
correctly.
yeah. When I was reading it, yeah.
Turn the fan on. It's getting hot in here.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I saw when I was reading up on the S corp and the C corp. Like they have kind of similar identities, but when it comes to requirements, they're like
Well, I mean, this is again. If you're watching the channel and you're not a U.S. person, U.S. citizen or resident, this doesn't apply to you. But for a U.S. person, having an S corporation can save you. Just foreign people, not foreign non-residents can't have an S corporation. So
Hmm.
it would probably benefit you if you knew what you were doing in terms of the tax compliance and stuff. You might do it right away, but um, I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't need it necessarily right now. You just need to work on sales and
Yeah,
marketing.
exactly. All right. For investment purposes, right? If I have an investor and they invest in the business, but like they are not on my LLC. I've seen this online, but like they don't really break it down.
That's what you arrange. It's all about what you arrange with your investor. If you want to make him a partner, you can do that. If you want to just take a loan, then he wouldn't own anything.
Okay, so doing those type of stuff, say I want a loan from you, right? Is there like a specific paperwork I have to do or like,
Yeah, I mean a loan agreement, and I mean if someone's loaning you money, they should know what they're doing when they loan you the money. For you,
yeah,
if someone says here you owe me this much, you would want it written for clarity. But if they don't, it's more important for the person loaning money than it is for you.
okay. And what about repaying them? Would you consider that as an expense or
Nope, no expense. Only the
contractor?
interest. Only the interest is an expense. It's like a home loan. When you get a home loan, you can only deduct the mortgage interest, not the principal, which is the amount of money you're just paying back.
Hmm,
If you want a better example, when the money comes to you, it's not income. So when you pay the money back, it's not an expense.
got it. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so do you know like any license and permits Georgia LLC owners need when
Do I
doing
know
just,
LLC owners in Georgia?
yeah, like when they're just doing only online
I mean, it's
business?
the same. The purpose of the LLC is for legal liability protection.
Mm,
It's not for like it doesn't do any. It just gives you limited legal liability, which is the whole point. You're
yeah.
taxed the same as if you didn't have it, and it also makes you look more official and more put together. So you can register an LLC and get the EIN and operate the business. You can all go open a company bank account, put some money in
Yeah.
it, and then operate through that account.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the questions about the payment on the employment tax, right?
Okay.
How do I pay that? Because like I'm still lost when it comes to that. Like,
You
is
pay
there,
it on your tax return. It's not that complicated. So when you file your annual tax return and you put that you
mhm.
had $10,000 of self-employment income from your Schedule C, it'll calculate it in whatever software you use, or if you use a preparer, we'll calculate it there.
Okay, that's where I was lost. I
You don't
was
have to. It's not like any other taxes. It's just on your annual return you pay it.
okay. I thought I had to like go like fill out a form and like pay
So
onto it.
easy to do business here. It's really awesome doing business in the U.S. You don't have to do all this crazy stuff.
No, like you wouldn't understand. Just like this guy, like I can't remember his name. Have you ever heard about a guy called Manny Kashbin?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
he's a real estate guru. Like he came from I think Italy or something, and he was broke and living out his car. Now he's having Bugattis of one and all type of crazy stuff on YouTube.
Good for him.
But what I was getting to is like he has a friend, right? That's similarly from I think Cambodia or something like that, and he was explaining to his followers that his country doesn't have to deal with credit. So coming to America and I have to learn credit was a big step, but people don't understand that because they're grown up here.
You have to learn credit, but it's a huge opportunity that we have. We have that's why everyone sells on e-commerce to Americans, because Americans, even if they don't have money, can spend
Yeah,
money
yeah,
because of credit, because they can pay it back later. It's a terrible thing and a beautiful thing. It's great for people who use it the right way. And
Yeah,
like if you want to buy a house and stuff, it's terrible for people who don't know what they're doing and they run up credit and they pay tons of interest and they're just a mess.
exactly. That's a big thing.
Yeah. So
Let me see.
sorry.
No, it's fine. Trying to see.
More questions.
Skipping out of more questions. I got
This is
okay,
fun.
so
I was thinking I would have had to talk in Spanish. This is really great, great, relaxing English conversation.
I'm just canceling off some of the questions that you just answered automatically without even me asking you. That one is off. Okay. So I won't be having any employees. So when it comes to paying unemployment insurance and those stuff,
Don't have to do it.
don't have to do it?
No, you don't have to do any. It's really easy with the when you have employees, you have to. I would recommend always to
Yeah.
use a company.
Okay.
Don't do it yourself. It's the biggest thing that people get burnt on because the IRS is very aggressive collecting those taxes. So there's a million companies that'll do it for $20, $30 a month, and if you're going to pay an employee, that's fine.
Yeah.
As much as possible, I would pay people as contractors. And for you, you're going to have contractors. You're not going to have employees unless you have a warehouse or something.
Yeah.
So you're not really going to have employees at this point. You're going to have contractors.
Yeah, because that's what I'm planning to put the affiliates under as a contractor.
Well, I mean, that's just commission payments. That wouldn't be employees. Employees are people who come in every day and do exactly what you tell them. Contractors are going to get things done for you, like make this website. You know, that's a contractor.
Okay. I made my own website.
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
On Shopify?
Yeah, you can look it up. You can go to shop1022.com and it's all words.
Save 20% off.
Yeah.
I need a login.
Yeah, it's closed right now because we're restocking and changing up the theme and stuff like that.
Okay, I'll give you my email.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got in your email marketing game.
Testing me already?
That's you already. I subscribe to everything. I read all emails. I don't read them all, but I like to see how people do their email marketing. I have a lot of clients who do really, really well in one way or another on e-commerce. Obviously,
Yeah.
is what I'm doing. So it's fun to see what everyone's doing.
Yeah, man, I've been going hard. Like this weekend, I made over 30 promotion videos because I started my YouTube channel for the business as well. So like
Cool.
whenever I get like a new design, I just edit it and shoot it in a video format and like have content, and I've reached over 30K views already. So like it's
Wow.
giving me a lot of push to like, hey, I just need to continue doing this and just keep adding content because like
That's
I need
awesome.
traffic coming.
That's a lot of views, man. I'll tell you, it's hard to get a channel started. I was doing this channel for a really long time.
Yeah.
Before like I started getting a lot of views and traffic and stuff.
For real. Okay. Back to this. So what about withholdings? Because like all these stuff I'm seeing on the how to start an LLC, and it's kind of freaking me out because like I thought just getting the LLC was cool, but like on this site, it's like asking and telling you a lot of stuff that you never heard about.
Well, they want to be comprehensive. It's different. Like I said, it's different for everyone. For you, it's easier than for a lot of people. You just register an LLC and get the EIN number and then go to the bank and open an account. Those are literally the only three things you would have to do. It's three things most people have to do, but those steps are harder for certain people. Registering the LLC is easy for everyone. You just pay the state and they open the LLC, but you need an address in the state. You have one.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So yeah, I mean, it's not, you don't have to overthink it. Just and you can, yeah, you don't have to overthink it. Just focus on your designs. That's why so many people work with me, is because even though it's not everything is that hard, they just making money. It doesn't make sense to spend 4 or 5 hours doing this when you can figuring it out and being uncertain, when you can just pay someone and then make that money back in the hour you would have been, you know, not doing it, right?
Yeah. Okay, tell me about for a person that, right, we both agree that we don't have a storefront and we don't have employees, right? I'm giving away this free gem right now. Anybody watching this video, go to this site called rangeme.com, right? And you can list any product that you design. As long as you own the product, you can list the product there, right? And what this site does, it helps buyers like Kroger, Walmart, and all these big companies.
Arrange Me?
Yeah.
That's self-publish and sell your music.
No, Range Me.
Oh,
One
not
word.
Arrange Me, which is interesting. Arrange Me is kind of the same thing. Self-publishing and self-selling your music. Oh, get
Oh.
discovered by world's leading retailers. Cool.
Yeah. So I have 2 resellers reach out to me already, and I've been on there for like 4 months. But the thing why they didn't do business, they wanted to know that I have a LLC, and I just got my LLC like last week. And I'm not sure how to get, like, they need to know that you have insurance, but I don't have a physical business, so I don't know.
You don't need a business. You don't need an office to have insurance. You can get liability insurance. You can get you can go to hiscox.com, and that's like a Geico subsidiary, I believe, HISCOX.com, and get all kinds of insurance. Just ask what kind of insurance you need, and it's pretty cheap. It's online. But you can just get product liability insurance. So in case your product gets there and it's covered in some kind of disease or poison or something, then they sue you. They know you're not just some broke guy and they get no money. They'll sue your insurance policy. That's the whole point.
So it's called
Hiscox. It's just like a Geico subsidiary. They sell all kinds of insurance. It's like there's a lot. Believe me, if you want to buy insurance, there's a lot of people that sell you insurance.
Okay, because when I talk to the owners of the company Range Me, they tell me like, hey, you have good products, but like if you don't have an LLC and insurance, they're not gonna really want to work with you. That it's gonna be special if they just pick you.
Yeah,
without.
You need an LLC and insurance, but those are both basic, easy, necessary things you need, especially in the U.S. And a lot of people don't get insurance because they're selling from outside the country, and they're not really doing any kind of wholesaling thing like this.
Yeah.
But insurance, yes, they're going to want that. And if you're selling to these people, you ask them for the resale certificate.
Yeah. So I don't charge them the sales tax.
Otherwise, you might be on the hook. Like if you don't charge them sales tax and they don't charge sales tax, then you would be on the hook. And if you already registered because you're selling actual products, you have to register in the state anyways.
Okay.
Like you still need to register for sales tax and report your sales, but it's not necessarily. It's where the items are delivered, and see if there's a plugin that you can use so they can just so Shopify can do it for you.
Yeah, they do.
Well, what's the plugin called?
I think it's just automatically inside the Shopify settings already.
Oh, you can just make it on the settings for them to collect and remit the sales tax for you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just like when you're selling now, you don't have to Google how much to charge sales tax or whatever tax in.
Yeah, it would be insane. Amazon's making these people do it.
No, it's taking too much time.
The people that make their own independent sales systems that might not charge a sales tax.
Yeah, and it changes often, so like you really have to be on top of that too.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't even do it. I don't even like bother. It's not worth it for me.
Yeah.
Okay, last questions. I have another call at 2:30.
Okay, last question. Okay, let me pick the best one. Let me see. So, okay. So I need to pay the employment tax on my taxes when I'm doing it, right? And do I need to pay like Medicare and employment tax too?
It's all does it for you. All you need to do, register the LLC.
Yeah.
Get the EIN number. You can do it online because you have a social security number.
Yeah.
Number 3, open your bank account. And number 4 is get your insurance. And then number 5 would be file your taxes at the next year.
Okay.
And because you're already doing sales taxes, you're already doing through Shopify. You don't
Yeah.
have to do anything else. There's nothing else you have to do really that I can think of.
All right. All right.
And
Thank you
you,
so much, man.
yeah, I'm happy to help. Thanks for scheduling the call and for watching the channel and everything. I'm gonna put this video up, right? That's cool.
Yeah, no problem. And
Okay.
if things take off the way I hope it's gonna take off, I'll just text you to that email, and then I'll just let you do my taxes, right?
Cool. Sounds good.
All right, man.
Send me a shirt or something.
No problem.
Okay. Thanks for your time, buddy. We'll be in touch.
All right,
Best of
man.
luck to
Thanks.
you.
All right.
Hey everyone, I think that call went really well. We had a great conversation. David had a lot of good insights and a lot of good questions. And if you were on the fence about starting a business in the US and LLC, there's only a couple things that are different between you, if you're a non-resident, and David, who is a resident. The biggest difference is that if you're doing drop shipping and print on demand, you don't have to pay US taxes, while David does because he lives here. All the other questions are basically the same. You don't need a resale certificate if you're not buying from US wholesalers or Amazon, which I think requires one. Okay, so don't forget to like the video. I think it helps. Thanks for watching. Comment below if you have questions. If you want to call with me, you can find the links in the descriptions. I'm a little backed up, but if you want to wait, I'm happy to talk to you. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.